What are your Super Bowl plans, especially regarding food and drink?
Super Bowl plans, especially regarding food. Dude, what's a fucking Super Bowl? You know what? You guys are starting to talk about it tonight, and I'm going, oh, it's one of those things again. That's fascinating. And all I know is, like, right now, if I decide to go shopping, it might be busy at one time or another. I don't know what that is at all. So that's my... You know what? I'm going to drink what I'm drinking tonight, and it has no bearing at all on my life whatsoever.
You were going to make an alcohol run, Justin? I mean, this is bad timing, man.
Dude, you take what you can get when your wife is a germaphobe and during the pandemic. You know what I mean? Like, she's allowing me to go tomorrow to supply up, so I'm taking advantage.
I would really like to see the Chiefs win, but I feel really bad that they're going in pretty fucking beaten up.
So,
who gets turf toe?
Is that like gangrene?
It's like trench mouth. You got trench mouth and lockjaw. How can he play in this game?
Quit putting your mouth all over the foxhole.
So,
where else is it gonna go, Darren?
Jesus Christ!
I got no.
And then I don't like Tom Brady, and I hate that his team made it.
Why?
Do you want me to explain you why?
Cocky
do you know? Do you talk to the dolphin? Does he call you a Tom?
He's a Trump. Does he call you a Tom?
Okay.
So I will explain to you guys why Tom Brady sucks. So there, those 30 for 30 documentaries that ESPN put out at the 30th anniversary. They're pretty good generally. There's
Shane
one
doesn't know that tomorrow is the Super Bowl, so I doubt he knows what 30 for 30.
Oh, I thought it was Sunday. See, look at that.
It is Sunday. You beat Brian on this one. Yeah.
Yeah, they win.
I know something.
So
I know all about the superb owl.
Stupid.
Superb owls. That is a great subreddit, by the way.
Dragons fucking dragons?
I've not seen that one. I'm missing out.
Dragons fucking cars, dude.
And then cars fucking dragons.
Yes. I'm missing out. Holy shit.
Yeah, both of them.
It sounds like a triplet.
I'll be watching the Puppy Bowl.
Oh.
I'll be bowling for puppies.
All right. Well, let's move on from the sports because this is clearly not a good fucking topic.
No, I will watch. I'll watch the game. I'll definitely put it on. Well, no, I might be out and about.
No, somebody will tell me. Did you see it? No. Okay. Cool. Good chat.
I got a friend that really likes the Chiefs.
The arcade about the first time the Seahawks were in the Super Bowl for a while. Their penny arcade of them trying to handle that in the Seattle area was pretty great. You Google that one. It's excellent. So I have a pandemic subset of questions, but I don't know. Is that? Do you want to do that?
You just go with it. You commit to it.
Stop questioning yourself, Justin. You're this man about town. Let's do this.
As soon as you start questioning yourself, you're inviting us to talk about you and your doubt.
You're the Mitt Romney of question asking, Justin. Let's go.
Yeah, what a douche.
Okay. So I've got one for you. Cursive writing, handy shortcut, or ancient curse.
I don't think I've written anything by hand in 4 weeks. One might say a month.
I kind of like to keep. I like to keep my language clean mostly. I don't really want to have a whole lot of cussing in it.
What?
Oh wait, that's not cursive writing.
No, that's a different thing.
God damn it!
It's not like fuck, cock, damn shit.
Cursive, yeah.
Cussive.
Cursing.
Cursing of you.
Cursing writing. I think it's good to know. I think it's good to know because I think individuals need to develop their own shorthand to themselves. Like I do a mix. I don't. That's not fair. I don't do a mix. There's like 8 different combination of letters that I do cursive in, and it's only when those letters are next to each other. But it's handy enough for me to be like, okay, I like that.
Oh, so you're like, oh, I love them EA cursive, but EF, fuck it, those are both caps.
No, it's a G to the E or a G to the A. G's are really good to come out of.
Oh, that is nice.
I do like that. It's
fancy.
Sort of aesthetic flourish.
I have very bad penmanship because I'm left-handed or something, And then when we were learning cursive,
wait.
I don't know. Have you ever seen a left-handed person write
Yes,
well?
I just haven't seen the or something.
Or something.
You have to explain that a little.
Well, I wasn't going to dedicate myself to all people with that are left-handed or poor
binary. I'm
writers.
sorry. Like I will accept more than two genders. I will not accept more than two hands. Like you got.
Look, I
Wait
write
a
with
minute,
my
look,
fucking
if I
toes.
can-
Okay.
If somebody can attach a dongle, they can get a third hand.
If you've never put a feather nib up your butt to written your name, then you're not living.
Well, I've put a feather up my butt. I just haven't written anything with it.
I also had a dislocated finger on my left hand when we learned cursive in school. So I never really took to it, never really cared because I got Fs on those projects, even though she saw that my left hand was dislocated.
They're teaching it to my daughter. Part of her curriculum.
I was curious about that.
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
I would have figured they would replace that with typing classes at this point, to be honest.
Yeah, that's weird. Like,
well, considering they're doing virtual learning and all they do half the time they're doing virtual learning is chat with each other in the chat on the side of the virtual learning, they're also doing typing class.
Yeah, actually, I was wondering about that too, because like I feel like the way I learned how to type was AIM.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel like that's a very specific like generation that did that, right? So like I do kind of wonder how that's translating down, but it sounds like they're doing this via the distance learning. Like I'm personally very pro cursive, but I'm sort of always curious by that because like the number of times someone's been like, "Oh my god, you write in cursive?" It's way more than I would have ever guessed.
See, I think if you just write in full blown cursive, if you're writing to anybody but yourself, fuck you.
Okay.
You're just being a dick.
First of all, that's valid and true. Like I will not refute that in any capacity. But when that ends up happening is like I'll take notes on something or whatever, and then hijinks ensue, and all of a sudden someone else has to deal with something that I was a part of at some point, and they're like, "Hey, do you have any notes on that?" I'm like, "Yeah, sure." And I'll hand it to them, and they're like, "Motherfucker!" Like,
yeah. This better be a sexy letter to me, otherwise I'm throwing it in the trash.
Sometimes I go like, well, hold on, this is the very first letter. And I like how it looks when it's capitalized and cursive.
It's like an illuminated manuscript.
I'm gonna focus on this for a little bit, and the rest of it is just jotted. Yeah,
form like just chiseling it out.
Pretty much, yeah.
I think there should be a rule that if you're writing in cursive, you should also have to write like in a very old English style. So it like everything has to be, "My dearest Justin, today was the hottest day of the year."
I want to hear more of Darren talking ye old English.
The sun touched our skin like such white bones in the desert.
It's not the words, it's the stance, Darren. It was awesome. Exactly.
So, I need a sweet tea, and I need to be standing on a porch somewhere.
I will tell you, there is nothing that feels so good as when you take the time to write your wife a heartfelt personal note on the occasion of your 10th anniversary.
Yes.
And to have her get 2 lines in and be like, "Wait, what's that word?"
Yeah.
Chicanery.
Chicanery.
So I'll tell you where it had come in handy for me recently. Yeah. And this was the last year of it, unfortunately, but we were doing the Elf on the Shelf thing with our daughter.
Oh. So you guys have willfully engaged in deception with your offspring. Awesome.
Yeah, and she figured it out this year. Smart girl.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Was it caught red-handed kind of thing, or what do you mean?
No. It was actually really sweet. It was a magical, like, "Hey, look, I know this isn't real, but I love the idea of it." And it's melt. Total melt. Anyway, but the notes back and forth from him when he would write, which is also good because my cursive is not neat or clean or nice to look at, but I can do it in I'm an elf writing in cursive type of way, over exaggerated, kind of graffiti-ish, but cursive, It worked out well.
Daddy, what's this word? How should I know? The fucking elf wrote it.
Yeah.
You speak elf now? Jesus
I don't read elf.
Get Daddy a beer.
I'm going to be a great father.
All right, so question 3. What is your favorite placebo effect?
It's not placenta. Okay.
That's what I thought of.
Did they do Pure Morning? That was a pretty good song.
Let's see. That's a good one.
That is a good one, man.
I mean,
We'd have to think about these questions.
I'm not sure if that's good, but it does.
Yeah. Too much dead air when you have good questions.
Well, I mean, you can cut this, yeah.
Yeah.
Placebo.
Oh, this whole thing.
Best placebo. You say best or favorite or what?
I said favorite, but
or name one
would also work. Yeah.
Okay, got it.
Identify a placebo.
Oh, let's see.
I think for me, I don't know.
Good.
Okay.
No,
all right. I don't know if it necessarily coincides, but like when I'm eating Mexican food, there's nothing like a Mexican beer or Japanese food, Japanese beer, and I think it enhances the experience to kind of have that connection between the things. And I don't know. It just makes it feel a little bit more authentic. The cultural
placebo effect.
Yeah.
Ah, yes.
And so I like doing that. I like drinking or eating something that has to do with something else that I'm doing.
Like I wouldn't enjoy this beer as much if it was called like cunt swab. Like I mean, it's called Pacifico, and I'm going like, okay, cool. I'm in Santa Ana. I drink Mexican beer, and it's like it's pretty tasty. Yeah. But if it was named something else, I wouldn't appreciate it as much. Maybe something a little bit less offensive, but yeah.
Sushi and Budweiser just seems wrong. Sushi and Asahi, there we are.
Dude, I love my Asahi, but only with sushi and Japanese.
Yeah, I don't find myself drinking that kind of stuff, alone without that connection.
On the beer tip, how about hydrating with a cold beer on a hot day after sweating? That's kind of a placebo effect.
Yeah,
this is good and hydrating.
Yeah.
I'm so refreshed,
quenching and refilling my liquids. I sweat them all out.
Yeah, so
why does my head hurt?
I don't know if I think I'm hydrating myself so much as refreshing myself. And a cold beer is refreshing.
It's
just
refreshing.
Not hydrating.
I was at a bookstore in South Louisiana. I was killing some time between whatever the heck I was doing. And this dude he was not... He shopped at Big and Tall, and not because he was tall. Let's put it that way.
Was he big?
He was a...
Wait. Was that placebo you being nice? Was that...
Wait, did I get it right?
I didn't call him fat.
So he was a rotund individual. He was a rotunda American.
Did you say he was cursive?
So he was an American.
He was an American. He was a cursive C of an American.
He was a regular at Walmart.
So, but
uppercase Q.
But he comes in, and it was a hot day. It was like super. Like one of the reasons I was chilling in this bookstore is because it was like August. It was brutal. The humidity was absurd, right? It's brutally hot, and he comes in, and he's just dripping in sweat. And the dude goes to the coffee shop inside the bookstore, and he orders ice cold cream soda. And he drank that cream soda with the relish and glee of the sweet ambrosia handed to him by Aphrodite herself. Like the immense pleasure with which he enjoyed that cream soda. I'm like, well, fuck, I'm going to go order a cream soda right now. Like, oh my God.
Cream soda. I want a cream soda right now.
I've never wanted the cream soda so bad in my life. Like, I was like, dude, that guy's living his best life. I get it. I'm on board.
That's not placebo, though. I mean, that's...
You're right. That's more of like an operant conditioning, maybe like a sort of like association.
Empathetic.
Yeah. The sympathetic harmony, like, you know what I mean? Like,
I want that.
Yeah. I'll go with that. I mean, there's a certain amount of placebo, like somebody thinks it's going to be so great that I think it's going to be great, and cool. Therefore, well, the fact is, did you enjoy it but really hate it?
Well, so music is actually my favorite example of that, right? Where like somebody, like I've had a couple times where like, dude, I got tickets to this thing, like my wife can't go. Do you want to come with me? I'm like, yeah, sure, I'll check it out. And like 9 times out of 10, I have a great time at that show. I'm like, fuck, that was rad. I'll buy a CD, right? I put that CD on the next day. I'm like, dude, this is fucking trash.
No,
like, this is bad.
Live music has a totally different visceral effect on you immediately. Like Buskers is a good example.
Oh yeah, totally.
Because I'm sure that like I have just jammed out to some Buskers before, been like, dude, this guy is a fucking genius. He's amazing. He's amazing. But if I like bought a CD and took it home and it was like clink clank clink 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 clink, what the fuck is this? I don't want to listen to this right now.
Yeah, watching somebody enjoy themselves, definitely you get that connection that you might not get elsewhere.
No, for sure. Like, there's a
but the opposite happens. Like if I've got a favorite show and I'm watching with somebody and they're just kind of like either sitting there not enjoying it or heaven forbid just on their phone. I enjoy my favorite show less because of it.
Agreed. Yep.
Well, I feel like the context matters, which I guess is maybe the point of the placebo effect, right?
Yeah. Mine, the one that's popping into my head is when you're talking with somebody and they really need the appropriate response in order to get them past that step that they're at in their head. And they're just like, well, yeah, you know what I mean? I mean, it's just like this, like, and if you don't give them that, they will be stuck on that forever. And so you give it to them. You give it to them. They go like, yeah, exactly. And you're like, oh, jeez. I mean, it's kind of shitty, but I mean,
you're a dirty bitch.
Well, I know, but we all need it from time to time. But
that's true.
Are you doing it right now?
Well, true. I just hope you liked what I said. I hope you liked what I said, but I gotta go.
It's true. No, you're good.
No, man, this is cool.
No, it's good. I totally know.
Oh yeah, most work conversations are like that. Like just that's a good one. I didn't actually hear what you said, but I'm laughing.
Dude, well, I had a work thing recently, where I proposed an idea to, in my opinion, improve something that I felt was not working.
Was it about sock changing? Because you were supposed to follow through with this shit.
Yeah. Did you change socks? What was the other thing you were supposed to?
Oh, there was another work thing you were supposed to follow.
Mooey, I think was the idea.
You were supposed to do something mooey day. Change your socks a bunch.
You didn't do it, did you?
I haven't done it. I'm sorry.
Not even for a second.
I haven't had the right opportunity. I'm really waiting. I can't just burn that. I got to save it. It's got to happen the right way.
All right, I can respect.
As long as you don't miss your opportunity waiting for a good opportunity.
Ooh, yeah. Deep. Man.
Hold on. I'm going to write this in my journal.
See? You just did it. I'm going to write this in my journal. This is important.
Yeah. It made me feel like my comment had merit. And yet I know that it didn't.
Because I feel like this group matters. Because we're really good. We're really gelling here, guys.
You guys are some of my best friends.
I love you guys.
Hey, fuck you, dude. I heard that.
You guys fulfill me in a way that nobody else does.
In fact, I want to love all of you. I want to love all of you at the same time as soon as my divorce is finished.
Just as long as you bring chicken.
Leroy.
Well, we went down a hole. How does that tongue taste, Justin?
Me and Jimi Hendrix agree.
And Michael Jordan.
Oh, he's a tongue chewer? I didn't know that.
Michael Bublé?
He always had his tongue out. I don't know if he chewed.
Well, yeah, I had a different instinct there. But
I just thought of a really good question.
Oh, write it down for next time, man.
No, it's in my head. It's not going anywhere. I got it.
Oh. Wow, I love the confidence in that, by the way. I wish I shared that.
I wish I married you young and saw you become that person.
Well, you would have seen me grow in more ways than one. I mean that mentally and physically. I mean, I'm fatter now.
Dude, aren't we all? We're not 20 no more, man.
Y'all got nothing.
What's I I had this conversation with the Uber guy once, where I was like, I feel like no one that is like 21 or younger should even own a shirt. You know what I mean? Like, because I remember like
you
when
said
I was
that, or he said
what?
I said that because like, dude, I remember being like 19.
Is
and
that
sort
boys
of, like,
and girls?
So
well,
Justin just wants to see every girl
Yeah.
and boy under 21 without shirts on.
All these nubile naked kids
I think
running
that's
around.
the creepiest thing you've ever said, Justin. I'm
Yeah,
just
that's
gonna go. I'm just gonna put
Just
this
I'd
down.
like to hear you say it again, please.
Move on, Justin, because you're not digging yourself out.
Officially,
I think
not agree with that statement.
anyone 18 to 21 should not own a shirt. And my thesis here
Both
is that,
sexes.
like,
He still has not dedicated a sex.
That's a lot of sunburned titties.
The hole's
Yeah.
getting deeper. I'm just saying.
No, they've got.
At least they're legal now.
At least he
Shit.
went 18 to 21, but
Yeah,
that's
I mean,
so
at
gross.
least they're
Sorry, man.
legal. Not a bunch of naked
Point, though.
babies.
Hey, look, I just
my
think
point
that every
is that, like, we're
18
just,
to
like-
21-year-old girl
Well, 'cause, like,
should
think about it,
Darren, you got a daughter, right? Why is she wearing a shirt?
Why does the accent always come in?
Sure.
Okay, could we not
Let me tell you
individualize this
something about
to the
18
point?
to 21-year-olds and shirts. Okay, covering up is covering up God.
Covered up. Oh Jesus! Really?
Yeah, Jesus had something to say about it too.
What do you do on your first day as Pope? Like, you've been elected Pope.
Question?
another-
That's a fucking good one.
That's
Yeah,
a
you are the
question?
sovereign of Vatican City. You are the head of the Catholic Church. You have a direct line to God when it comes to ecclesiastical matters. What do you do with your first day?
Oh,
He's said a lot of progressive stuff, this new pope, and not a lot has changed as far as I know in the Catholic faith. So I really don't think they have the sway they used to.
I would outlaw toilet paper in the Vatican
I'd outlaw shirts.
for 18 to 21-year-olds.
Keep it above board. How much? Am I incorrect? Like,
Well-
does he have more sway than I think he does?
That's a question for me. Like, I honestly don't know. Like, it's one of the things where it's like it's almost like,
Hashtag not my pope.
well, I feel like the Pope. Well, dude, I know some hardcore old school Catholics that's their vibe on Francis, and it's very interesting.
I would make a new Pope mobile, like a rat rod, cool.
I drive
No.
it for fuck's sake.
Yes, I would be dry. Yes, it would be like the Pope
You're getting up
mobile would
dance.
be infamous. It'd be like, oh shit, look at the fucking Pope mobile.
It's like the monkey
Oh
mobile.
damn!
Is the Pope mobile blowing coal? Is that what you
Oh
said?
no!
Like,
Oh god damn! You know what? It's my own country, so maybe you know what? I don't have to abide by any other EPA laws and regulations. The Vatican did not sign up for the Paris Accord. I'm just saying.
So he's in the bulletproof cage. But when's the last assassination attempt on a pope?
But Pope John Paul II was the last assassination attempt I can think of.
There you go.
I think in the late 70s, if I remember right.
But do you think there's like other assassination attempts that just really aren't that well known because they really weren't that successful?
Oh, like, just not credible.
They were just like I'm gonna take a slingshot and I missed.
Like, I'm gonna send a letter with really thin paper, and it's gonna get him.
Slice his fingers open and
old,
well,
if he's
looks like he just read it, I guess.
I'll use a coagulant for ink, and he'll or anticoagulant, and he'll never stop bleeding.
I am the coagulant.
I send a 24-pack of Coca-Cola every 2 weeks.
He'll get diabetes
Soon
sooner
enough,
than later.
diabetes will take him.
But I open one every pack.
I'll get to my pretty.
The most subtle assassination attempt ever.
Reminds me of David Tell. I like a lot of taffy. Oh man. So if I was the Pope, it's just natural for me. I'd go like, well, there's this whole Church of Satan thing. And it's like I know there's this antithesis here, but there's some core truth to what's being done there too. And I'd love to be able to kind of like mix the two. I guess it's a little bit of a real answer there, but and I know it wouldn't work. Like it just he'd be shot down left and right and the other way. But I don't have a whole lot there. I'd love to be able to have them like make some sort a pact.
Oh no, he would have to condone free will. If you were the Pope,
well, first of all,
if I was the Pope, I would condone free will. That'd be my thing.
That's already established Catholic doctrine. Is free will.
What this?
Yeah.
What
No.
the
Condoning it though.
the Church of Satan?
No. The Catholic Church is full on board. Free will is yes, that's a thing.
Yeah, but he's condoning it.
Condone.
Maybe I don't. What do you mean by condone?
Well, you'd have to free him and condone him.
So, and to Shane's point, Church of Satan, Anton LaVeyism, Church of Satan style. If you feel and you think it is correct, period. So condone.
Oh, so you're talking about okay? That's a different. That's not free will. That's like
that is free will.
What would I call that? That is like
Why would that not be free will?
Well, it's almost like the absolute. It's like the absolving of guilt, almost. Where it's like if you feel it, it is right. That's not a free will thing.
Yes,
that's
it is.
Sort of,
sure, it is.
No,
okay, I would. Let me rephrase. I would condone. Do what thou wilt. How about that?
Okay, so
Brian
there's
left.
an element of relativism there, and I feel like also, well, and
that's carte blanche. Okay, if you want to clap your hands, clap your hands.
Well, it's a rejection of absolute truth, which that is different, right? Like, you know what I mean, and that it would be
a rejection of absolute truth.
Well, so if you feel it is real, is a sort of the ultimate relativist statement, right?
No, not real, right? Really?
Well, sorry, right. You're right. That's my bad. But it's the ultimate relativist statement in the sense that like what is considered okay is what you are feeling, versus there being sort of an external arbiter of truth or justice or the right way of doing things, right? Or righteousness, maybe. All
right, fine. I digress.
Well, no, I mean, like that. It's an intriguing idea, though, right? Where it's like,
I think we are. Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt. I did interrupt, but I don't want to. I want to take back my interruption.
Okay, I grant this.
Please regress or aggress.
So, but to your point about like the marriage of the Anton LaVey style Satanism with Catholicism,
well, that's what the Church of Satan is.
Well, isn't there like a couple branches? To be honest, I don't know much about it. But like the Anton LaVey thing is very like humanistic. It's very driven by.
They're all based on LaVeyism and or the Keys of Solomon.
I don't know anything about the Keys of Solomon. No.
Well, I saw the latest Supernatural, and they talked about getting the Key of Solomon in order to go to the other universe.
It's folklore, yeah.
A true fake story.
He was a janitor at a Jewish high school.
Who?
Solomon. Solomon. It was a janitor at a Jewish high school. He had a bunch of keys.
Hey. You want a key? I got a key.
That took me a second. Not too bad.
Yeah, another one, just because I'd like to share. She said that she'd lock herself in secret archives with a bottle of whiskey for day one.
What?
And on day two, she'd release everything.
Oh.
Who's this?
That's good.
I do like that.
This is my. She used to be my date for Monday, but yeah, she had to cancel.
My ex.
What's that a response to?
I gave her the question.
Yeah. Oh, okay. I didn't hear that part.
No, these questions are great.
She locked herself. Oh, that's a good one. Release all the archives.
Release everything. And
then
find a way to dismantle the whole goddamn thing.
There was a tweet about great, we finally get a crazy congressperson, but instead of just releasing a bunch of classified material, she just hates black people. Like,
yeah.
Wait, what? I mean, that's a way to.
She was yelling at black people.
Well, yeah, so she believes the Jewish space laser, but she can't release the documents about like Area 51. Like, Jesus Christ. One of the things that I was thinking about when this question came to me was like those angriest moments of my life have not been personal; they've been impersonal. You know what I mean? It's not like it's not a great failure, or it's not a great personal tragedy that makes me the most angry. It's like random universe chaos You know what I mean? Like, at least that's how it. I don't want to put you guys in the box with me here, but like, I was struck by that, which I was curious to kind of reach out to you guys about it, like where I was like, wait, like, why would I not be angry about like these massive failures of personal risk or anything else, but instead it was like these moments where like the universe just felt so unfair, right? And there was like a lack of control. That's when, like, to me, when I think of the angriest I've been, it's been those moments.
Was that what happened when my grenadier beat the shit out of you? Was that one of those moments?
Well, you bring up a good point, because if we're including young male juvenile angry, then that's obviously where we all reached our peak, because that juvenile angriness is I don't know, it's more than I've ever felt as an adult, I guess.
We were 22, 23. I don't know how juvenile it was.
That's bro. I mean, it's young enough to take your shirt off, so it's pretty down there.
No, it's over 21. You're too old for a shirt. You're too old for no shirt.
You're on the border.
First of all, I believe Josh had recently turned 21-ish at that point, so I feel like we were probably more in the 19-ish range. So I think we're still definitely
I'm Josh's age, and I didn't start hanging out with you guys till I was about 20.
That's right. I forget that you're 3 years older than me. That's right.
And that was a reasonable amount of time into our friendship. I was at least 22, so I guess you were only 20, but still, you still had your shirt off.
Yeah, I think. By the way, this is my new favorite metric for time. But one thing, like to Darren's point about the juvenile thing, because that's actually part of what I was thinking too. Actually, it almost reminded me of Inside Out. Remember, like Inside Out, like when you're a child, you have that pure emotion, and then as you get older, you have like an emotion that's kind of mixed up with different feelings, and that's how you Pixar. Yeah, right. Which actually, by the way, dude, we'll get to that in a second. But Soul was really good. But
it was.
Oh, so yeah, dude. But how? Okay, well, pause on that for a second. But like, I did think of that, where like, the angriest you've been is when it's just pure anger, not anger tempered by sadness or anger tempered by
which is that juvenile, young, pure.
Yeah.
Mine was tempered with sadness, but I was really upset at how close the election was. Like I was real fucking broken up about that. And I didn't think I was gonna be.
You mean this past one?
Yeah.
Yeah. Dude, that was fucking scary. Yeah.
Well, it's a little easier to stomach here in the South because I'm around it more. But even still, like it deeply upset me how close and how many people are just that blatantly stupid and racist. I mean, I don't know how else to put it simply, but stupid and racist.
So for me, like 2016, right? You have like the ultimate status quo candidate, possibly of all time, in Hillary Clinton, right? And then you've got the roll the dice, let's see what the crazy dude's got option, right? So 2016,
a little more understandable.
I see. Like, I'm not saying I would make that choice.
I see how it happened.
But yeah, like there's a certain
I wasn't
logic. There's
I was upset because do that.
Yeah. But 2020, what did you see in those 4 years that you're like, you know what?
More of that, please.
More of that.
Yeah, people burrowing in, to their headspace and their headset.
Well, and so talking to relatives of mine that, so I have some relatives that are just straight up racist, right? That's definitely part of the math. Those are easy to write off. But then I have also other relatives that are like, it's not a race thing at all. It's they cannot identify as Democrats in any capacity thing, which is sort of a totally different problem. And so
a complete biased.
Well, I mean, sure, but I mean, to me, like, it's one of those things where it's like they are so anti-Democrat that it's easier for them to be like, well, at least this guy will lower my taxes, versus I can't vote Democrat. You know what I mean? Like it's like that was the math they were having to do, which to me is sort of fascinating, and to me that's like the ultimate victory of identity politics to some extent, and that's where I feel like the Democrat side of the equation is failing, because like
they're more anti than they are pro.
which is super common. I have friends like that on the left side too, right? Where like a friend of mine would, we could have like, hello, my name is Lord Beelzebub. I was governor of Pandemonium for 4 centuries. Before that, I was High Duke of the Archfiends in the 9th layer. And now I'm running on the Democratic Party slate. And I have friends that'd be like, yeah, let's pull that lever. Beelzebub. Beelzebub. Like they'd have no problem with that, right? Like, it's just, again, that's just how they're wired.
You think Satan would be a Democrat?
What?
At least third party.
I mean, it has like most of demon in it.
Democrat. Has that been said? I can't believe that's not a Trumpism.
That's actually kind of true, right?
Well, I would say it's like okay, Melmoth is trying to pick his political party, where this one's got more words that recognize my species. Check. Like,
I got one that we were talking about earlier that reminded me of when I got the most angriest, and I realized that in order to learn and grow in this existence requires pain, requires you to go through challenging things that really fucking suck. You got to counter, like overcome it, and figure out how to deal with it, and that's how you grow and become more mature. And that's a fucking shitty system.
Like, did it make you angry?
Fuck yeah. No. This is like at a certain point in time, and this was like I'm like 17 to 20, sometime around there, and I've got an issue with a creator if I were ever to see one, because this is a fucked up system that it requires you to feel pain in order to grow. And I understand how evolution works, how growth works, and all that kind of stuff, and it does work within the structure that is built that we're living within. It's such a core component, and we have no control over it. But everything is wired this way, and it sucks. And people who don't rise to the challenge are fucked.
And at the same time, you can't wear a shirt. So I mean, that just makes you so much angrier. The entire
my true answer is a Bruce Banner answer, which is I'm always angry.
I like it. Wait, but I like you when you're angry then, if you're always angry. And the whole thing is, you wouldn't like me when I'm angry.
Oh, wouldn't I?
I kind of do. It's kind of cute because you get all green and fuzzy.
Shirtless.
That's a bad boy.
Shirtless.
Yeah, does Hulk lose age? Like, is the Hulk younger than Bruce Banner? Is he still
he
in his...
regenerates really quickly, so I would associate that with a lesser age if we're going superhero talk here.
Does She-Hulk
like how old is Wolverine,
Does She-Hulk have green nipples?
I think they're like dark green, right?
I hope so.
Light green, maybe? I mean, sometimes it goes light.
Some moldy.
You think
baloney.
they're lighter than she is? I've never looked at Hulk's nipples in the movies. Like, we should do that.
They're key lime, okay?
Look at the key lime nipples.
And sweet and sour. Let me just say.
Is that one each or both in one?
Well, I mean, that's a personal naming thing. They're both kind of sour.
Oh, okay. They're both tangy.
Green tang.
It's like Ecto Cooler. Remember the old Capri Sun Ecto Cooler?
Ectoplasm.
Ecto Cooler. That was the name of the Slimer Capri Sun.
I can't remember that. That's right. Yeah, that was a throwback.
I was actually craving that the other day. I was like, you know what would really hit the spot? Is it an Ecto Cooler and vodka?
That is a fucking weird.
I live my life very carefully to avoid that exact craving. Like,
And that's why I'm more fit than you are, Justin.
I think I understand your angriest moment now.
Where the fuck am I gonna get some extra cooler at this time of night?
It's not the 1980s, and it's 2 a.m.
Mellow Yellow, what the fuck is this shit?
I love me some Mellow Yellow.
I know, but it's no Ecto Cooler, is what I'm saying.
No, it's no Ecto Cooler, and it's
cooler.
Nor is it Mountain Dew, but it's still fucking good.
Mountain Dew.
Mountain Dew.
Mountain Dew.
So, on that tip, real quick, I have mispronounced words on purpose so long and so many of them that now I don't do it on purpose, and I just sound like an idiot.
You know what's so funny is when they point out when you're doing it, I never notice it.
Yeah.
Because I'm the same way. Like,
it's become a normalcy and not a funny thing because I've trained my brain to try and be funny about it and mispronounce them, and now I just don't think about it, and I just sound like a fucking idiot.
Yeah, I'm not sure if I'm used to it or if it's just an extension of that whole I don't care how you say it as long as I know what you're saying.
It's both. It's both.
Now, if you say GIF, on the other hand, then you're right the fuck out.
You're a fucking idiot.
I don't say GIF.
You're a mind criminal and you deserve death.
No, I'm a GIFer. I'm a GIFer.
No, everybody's a GIFer that's in their right mind, right, Justin?
No, I'm sorry. GIF is more aesthetically pleasing. I stand by it.
Why? Because you have to use your tongue?
First of all,
because he likes peanut butter that much.
Yeah. First of all, there's not that much room to move the tongue.
No room, in fact.
Second of all,
what does that mean? Does that mean like the dick is taking up all of your mouth?
Yeah.
Okay.
I was thinking of a jar of peanut butter. I'm like, it's tough to move that around. I mean, it's really thick, that substance.
Well, I was trying to think
was it your ROTC teacher, or who was it?
Yeah, what are you putting in your mouth?
That was one of Justin's teachers that had no room to move tongue.
So,
putting one of the teachers in his mouth?
So I will explain to you guys the problem.
Go on.
Of being a conscientious Catholic individual when you are a young man.
Is that what's involved?
So,
First off, no shirts.
Thank you.
We're still talking about being angry.
Tassels only.
Just on Sundays.
So, first of all, what would happen is some of my most influential mentors, some of my favorite teachers were priests. And when I was an altar boy or when I was going to these Catholic schools sometimes. And you can't have a serious conversation when you're about 14 and all of your friends are in the 13 to 17-year-old range.
Justin, show me on the teddy bear.
This is what I mean. You can't say sincerely that, yes, I learned so much from Father Peter last semester.
Because he talks like that?
To see Father Peter?
Why was it
a Peter?
Dude, I learned
always a Peter.
One of my favorite teachers of all time.
Okay. I'm sorry.
Was Father Peter, who taught the history of the church at the Catholic school I went to. The man was a brilliant teacher. And this is back when I was considering the priesthood when I was younger. Like, a very influential, interesting individual that I learned a lot from. And yeah, exactly. Again, even at the age of 38, I can't.
Would you be saying?
Hold on.
Yeah. Would you go?
Hold on.
He helped you become a man.
Why are you lisping
right now?
Yes.
So that's fascinating.
So you're doing it. Why are you doing it?
Whenever he talked about Father Peter.
No.
Whenever I talk about Father Peter, I just go into this voice.
So first of all, that is not what I sound like.
Yeah, right now you sound exactly like that.
Well,
that's who always gave me my peanut butter. Father Peter peanut butter.
Are you wearing Invisalign? Did you put them in or something?
No, so
hi, I'm Father Peter. My peanut butter is the best peanut butter ever. You want some good peanut butter? Slap this on your bread, stick it in your mouth. Father Peter, buy my peanut butter.
It's really hard to move around.
Peter's peanut butter?
Peter's peanuts are the best peanuts you've ever put in your mouth. The saltiness and the crunchiness. Peanuts are the best peanuts ever.
Is it just me, or is Justin lisping all of a sudden?
Guess what? I don't care about these guys. I was really interested in your story.
Did you put your retainer in? What is going on?
So, since I've started Invisalign, I have noticed that it has affected my speech. So I'm curious if that will be permanent or if it's temporary. I don't know.
Well, see,
wait, are they in right now?
No, they're not in
now?
right now, and that was a deliberate choice.
Okay, now I don't
which is
feel
part
bad.
of it.
But you weren't talking like this half an hour ago.
So it also maybe is the drink, like perhaps it's loosening the tongue.
Well, Darren feels bad. I mean, I didn't.
Or is there no room to move?
It's possible that there's simply not enough room.
It's just too much peanut butter.
Well, now I do feel bad.
No, again, nothing to feel bad about. It's simply a hazard of learning from priests. Like
Justin,
when you
I would
are.
love for you to finish the story about Father Peter.
Well,
I think he's playing a role. I don't know what's happening. My brain is fucking broken.
Did he pick a pickle?
Like the second he started talking about Father Peter, he started lisping. It was really weird. I thought Father Peter lisped.
Even the squirrel.
Peter had a bit of a soft voice, but it definitely was not a lisp. So anyway, I will try to enunciate perfectly.
No,
whatever, dude.
We were talking.
It was just
about
weird
how
that it
I
happened.
Things, not you. And then we just.
No.
It was a.
I'm not.
I was talking about Justin.
I was projecting onto you because I felt bad about my extra syllables.
I'm not sensitive about it. It's simply a speech pattern thing. It's not a big deal. So, next question. You get to bring back one word. What is it?
Ooh.
Bring back? Oh, wait. I for some reason I thought I was on a journey, and I'd come back, and that's it. That's all I have.
You bring back the
bag. I wish things were people's bags still.
Oh,
that's my bag. That's not my bag. I love that.
Was that an Austin Powers thing?
It's not my bag, baby.
I mean, I think it was something he said, but like it was a British. It was a British. I consider it more of a '70s kind of thing.
I love how you had something off the top of your head, like just like, oh fuck, I need my bag back.
Well, I was thinking bad, which I thought
like Bart Simpson bad.
Like, dude, that's some bad shit right there.
Bad shit.
Or radical.
Michael Jackson kind of fucked that up though.
Yeah.
You fucked up radical?
No, bad.
Oh, that's radical.
I still say radical. I still bring it back. I don't give a shit.
Radical.
No, actually, I don't say radical. I just say rad.
I do say rad a lot, actually.
I say rad.
That's rad.
Yeah.
I feel real bad about bringing that up, and I'm gonna go get more drink. I do. I'm sorry, Justin. I didn't mean. I thought you were doing something.
No, dude,
I feel bad about. I feel bad about it.
Like, what kind of bad though? Because I brought it back.
So
Michael Jackson.
No, I was giving a presentation at work actually, and I had my Invisalign in, and afterwards. I was like, hey, how'd it go? Because it was an all division thing, so Jen was on it too. And Jen's like, it was pretty good, but you got to take out those Invisalign because you were totally lisping on some of those words. I was like, oh, that's interesting. And a few other people have pointed it out too. So it's definitely something to do with
that to your advantage, though, especially in a situation like that.
What is the advantage of a lisp, you think? I'm curious to hear.
The advantage of a lisp is the. Are you judging me on what I'm actually saying, or are you judging me on my lisp, you fucking motherfucker?
Yeah, because I mean, it's like why would they start repressing lesbians?